So how many of you remember Stone Cold Steve Austin? How many of you remember this game actually? 90s kids will remember this as the best wrestling game of all time. I'm a huge wrestling fan. And there's a particular famous promo where Stone Cold and The Rock, probably the greatest wrestling rivalry of all time, is going on. And people are talking and taking the piss out of Stone Cold's beer belly, because he was always a fan of the beer. And he's talking about this beer belly and he says, "Hey, that ain't no beer belly. This is a fuel tank for an ass-whooping machine." And I just think that's a fantastic line. Fantastic. Now here's the reason I'm bringing that up, right? Because Stone Cold Steve Austin was never the most in-shape guy. He was never even the best technical wrestler, but he became one of the greatest sports entertainers of all time. And even if you're not a fan of wrestling, you know the name Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, why is this important? This is important because happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you have. One of my favorite all-time quotes is, "Happiness is wanting what you have." See, Stone Cold Steve Austin had a beer belly. He wasn't the most in-shape guy, but he was happy with what he had and he made use of it. It's a fuel tank for an ass whooping. What a great perspective to have. What if maybe you are not in the shape that you want to be right now, but however, you want to feel better about yourself? What if you used that fuel tank for an ass whooping in the gym? What if you got a kick up the arse and you used that fuel that you've already got? See, that would make you happy with what you already have. And as a side product, maybe hopefully you might lose the beer belly, you'll get fitter, you'll get stronger, you'll get more in shape. But the idea is, we get so roped up in, I'm not happy because I'm not in this shape, or I'm not happy because I don't get this, I haven't got this money or this partner or this relationship or this way of living, when happiness is contained in wanting what you have. Now, it's not to say that you shouldn't change things if you're not happy with where you are, but however, it's not contained fully, this happiness, in what we get. It's contained in what we have and who we become in the process. So I want you to think about that and what Stone Cold Steve Austin said. And that is the bottom line, because Luke John Harrison said so.
So if you like what you've just seen and you'd like to download a free copy of my audiobook, How to Stop Overthinking, then head over to overthinkingaudio.com now to grab your free copy to listen to straight away.